Okay, Aries, take two. I had your video, but then I just wasn't feeling it. And there was parts of it I tried to edit and I couldn't, so I got annoyed, so I just decided to redo it. And you know what? Better this way. I have fresher energy. I'm more alive. So let's read the first week of June. First week of June for Aries, please. Situation. We will have a tiny little bit of an enlightenment reading at the end. We're going to read from angels and ancestors. So this will be some extra tools we can use at the end of your video to help you with your current situation and where you are today. All right, situation for Aries, please. First week of June. Two of Swords. You're torn. You're probably flip-flopping from trying to make a decision here. But you really don't know this way or that way. Moreover, it's not like it's completely pressing, but it is at the back of your mind, and it's been on your mind for a little while. You have strength in the upright position. This is a Leo card, so you could be dealing with a Leo. Others of you, it's using your strength to persevere through a situation or resisting something. Like you're using all your strength not to like do something, like blow up or go off or end something or just whatever. But moreover, it's just telling me you're holding yourself back. But at the back of your mind, you have this thing where you're like, should I not kind of situation. The reason you're doing this is because you're looking for your stability, because I have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's continue. What's coming towards my Aries, please? The Sun in cross. Okay. Queen of Swords in reverse. Some of you could be dealing with another female that's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air sign energy. If not, this could be yours because you are my queens crossed by the sun. Something obviously isn't making you happy. In fact, it's putting you in actual bitch mode, whether you're male or female. It's putting you in slice and dice mode, and a lot of it has to do with the Gemini influence because Gemini season, quite frankly, it's got everybody in a tizzy. But you're just getting annoyed by everyone, Aries, everyone. Things will calm down in Cancer season, but for Gemini season, your temper's very short. That's probably what you're resisting to do. But people are just like getting at you, like nothing's flowing, nothing's like working out, or it's just like you're not getting somewhere or anywhere rather. And obviously you're thinking about your happiness. It's at the back of your mind with the Sun over here, but with the Queen of Swords in reverse, it's like you really are in slice and dice mode, like get out of my face kind of energy. Others of you, if you're dealing with an air sign female, it's because this person is being a bitch to you and you're not getting anywhere and it's really annoying you. But here you are with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck holding on to something, whether it's your job, a friendship, a partnership in business, or just a partnership in general in love. Whatever it is, this person is some sort of detriment to you. What is it that Aries doesn't see coming their way? Obviously, we're going to clarify everything. The Nine of Pentacles, single and alone. Moreover, if you are having an affair or you're having a fling, that's for sure. Others of you are saying, I fucking feel like being alone. I feel like fucking having fun. How about that? I don't want to be committed because I don't know what I want. I want to be happy. I know that. But you're just being like, I got to figure it out. I'm so tired of everybody taking advantage of me. Maybe I just need to use a new tact. Maybe I just need to go a different route to get what I need. I mean, I don't know how many times I've got to put myself out there and show people what I'm about and what I got, and it's not working out for me. But moreover, the Queen of Wands, which is your energy, it means you're starting to stand in your power. You're starting to represent yourself, who you are naturally. You're a fire sign. You're sexy and hot as fuck. You're creative and smart and witty as all hell. You go out there and you light up any room. It's your energy, it's your aura, and now you're back in your zone, which is a good thing because now you're representing yourself, how you truly are in your true state. So you're in this like take no prisoner mode, which is good. You just obviously have to like, be soft around the edges. But the Nine of Pentacles is you're going at it alone. If this is work related, yeah, you're coming up with creative projects and you're like, these are my ideas. You can all go fuck off and figure it out yourself because I was born to be a leader. I'm going to stay this way. And I'm not going to give you my goodies. So you're doing it alone. Nine of Pentacles. You're also financially independent. So that's also a plus. But at the bottom of the deck, here you are with the Two of Wands standing at that portal, trying to walk through and saying to yourself, I got to see the future. Where do I belong? Because I think I've exhausted this past stepping stone. This is my past. I'm on for the journey of the future now. This is kind of like the mode you're taking on, even unto yourself, that you might not be even expecting. You are. All right. It's like almost like after what you've been through, Aries, I feel like you're in your villain phase and you're like, fuck everyone. What's the advice here for Aries, please? It will calm down in Cancer season. So these energies will shift for you. The other video, I had the desk, it collapsed. So obviously I felt like that was a sign. It's a long video too. It's like 35 minutes and it hasn't extended. So I'm going to post this video. And the other one that I did that was really, really long, I'm going to also put it up as a bonus, as an additional video for members. All right. So those are you, my members. You're getting a treat, Aries. All right. The Empress. The Empress talks about your worth and your value. This is the stuff I was talking about. Take no prisoners. This is just like your villain phase. I'm not saying you are a villain. You're not going to be. But you're going to bring out that side of you that you've oppressed and you hid away. Because that's what you think of yourself as your scary side. And you're like, nobody needs to see that. You're like, oh, I'm going to let that one out. But I'm going to make it look pretty. I'm going to show them my worth and my value. Actually, that's your advice. Isn't that a nice thing? It's a nice thing to let people know you are an Empress. You are of worth and value. The only other person that can be with you is the Emperor, which is already your card. It's an Aries card. The only difference between an Emperor and an Empress is this. The Emperor, like most Aries, are innovators. They're creators. They're pioneers. They come up with ideas, something different that most people can't think. Nobody thinks like Aries people. So with that said, this is why they create empires. But the Empress, she actually executes. She brings things into the 3D. So it's like the next level for you. It's the next step for you. You have an idea. You have a creation. You want to bring something into this world, like physically, like a child or a business or a company or a friendship or a loveship, whatever it is. You should physically be able to do it now, okay, with the Empress, because you got that skill set. You're able and you're capable. You've been down a very long, dirty road. It's time to just bring up that worth and value and represent it. You need to make a judgment call. You're at that juncture in your life right now, okay? Because you're in this place where you've built yourself up. And, it's like this, right? You're this energy, Aries, this big ball of energy. And you're trying to squeeze yourself into a tiny little box. So at the bottom of the deck, you have Judgment, and Judgment saying it's time to make a judgment call. Are you going to stay, are you going to go, or what are you going to do? Are you leveling up? Because that's what it's telling you to do, level up. You're an Empress. All right, what's the outcome for the week? Okay, Taurus energy. I have 2 Taurus cards. I have a Leo card. I have 2 Leo cards. I have 2 Taurus cards and 2 Leo cards. Okay, interesting. The Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about doing something traditionally, like getting married, like going to college, like creating certain steps that you normally do to get from point A to point B. All right. So Some of you could be getting in a marriage or dealing with a marriage or a commitment of some kind. You're still at that crossroads. Can I have one more for outcome of the week? There's a couple major arcanas here too, which makes it interesting. I feel like these are like the influences from last week. Some of you, I don't know if you're getting a divorce, justice is here, but in reverse. Something to do with a relationship and a commitment that's not fair. It's not balanced. At least karmically, it's not. Yeah, and I think whatever this thing is that's not fair is now depicting what this whole reading is telling me. It's telling me basically this is why you need to make a judgment call. Look at your worth and your value. Look what you bring into this world. Moreover, the Empress in the advice position talks about like, okay, think about where you were about a year ago, a year and a half ago, and look where you are today. How many mountains have you climbed and overcome, right? That's what it talks about. How many lessons have you learned? How many things have you been through? And now it's telling you, here we go. Something here is unfair in regards to, something traditional, tried and true. It's not tried and true for you. You're not a tried and true person anyway. Interesting. So this is maybe talking about ending a commitment, relationship of some kind, because Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is telling me something unfair or something regarding court. Right? So if this isn't you, this could be the person that you're dealing with. Maybe they're going through a divorce and there you are, this mistress, or vice versa. All right. Is this separate? What's going on here? Aries, please. Why is Strength here? And Two of Swords in cross, please. Justice just came out again, but in the upright position. These are the clarifiers, though, okay? So they're helping me deep dive into your situation. Seven of Cups. Trying to decide what's best for you. This is why you're torn. You are torn over here with this Two of Swords. Like you're throwing darts. You're like, okay, bullseye if I choose plan A. If it falls out of there, then plan B, whatever. You're struggling to make this difficult decision. So you're resisting from making something. And justice talks about a few things. Of course, it can be court. It can be law. It can also talk about karmic justice, doing things fair, balanced, and honest. You're trying to make a balanced and fair decision, a tough choice. Chariots at the bottom of the deck. I think it's important to realize, Aries, that you do need to remain focused on your future goals, what it is that you want out of this life, and the direction you want to go into. Why is Sun here crossed with this Queen of Swords, please? Queen of Swords is either you're dealing with that female, this could be the other woman, the other man, I don't know, the other energy. I don't know why I'm getting other energy from this person, but if that's you, you're in like serious bitch mode. You're just like, I don't know how else to describe the Queen of Swords in reverse. She's nasty. She used the sword. She's using the sword. She's chopping heads. She's cutting people out of her life like nobody's fucking business. Three of Swords. And you guys can make an art form out of that. When you cut somebody off, they're done. Three of Swords. This is pain. This is profound pain. Three of Swords. This is the opposite of the Sun. All right? So I feel like you keep thinking about this person or this individual or this situation, and it just reminds you of pain. Like Three of Cups, third-party situation. For sure. For sure. There's a third angle. Like, I'll put it to you in a perspective that some of you aren't even thinking about. Say this is work-related, right? And you're having a thing with your boss or your coworker. There's a third angle. There's a third person. There's somebody saying some shit behind your back you're not aware of. That's third party. That's third angle. That's third energy. It doesn't always have to be an affair. You know what I'm talking about for your lives, so you apply it where it belongs. But this is just like something that it's like, why does this person keep hurting me? Why does this situation keep hurting me? Why am I a fool to keep accepting this? It's kind of like that kind of vibe because the sun is at the back of your mind because the sun is in cross. All right. Queen of Wands. And there you go, Aries. Then you come into your own territory. Queen of Wands. And the Nine of Pentacles. Those of you, this is you just being a mistress or a mister, third-party person. You are it. If that's not it, then it's you just being creative at work, making your own money. The Devil. Oh, we got a bunch of cards here. Let's see what's going on here. This is too many, but let's see if there's a common thread. The Empress, which we have in the advice position. The Eight of Cups. The Devil. The Four. Okay, it does have a common thread. The Queen of Cups and the Magician. All right, so there's a situation here that there's a little bit of obsession, okay? If it's not obsession, you're stuck. You're stuck in a situation that's either toxic for you or the environment, the person, the scenario. And in the cross is the Empress and the Eight of Cups. You know your worth and your value and that you should be walking away, but you're not. You're not doing it, okay? Even though you're single and you're independent, there's someone here that you love or like, or the situation that you love or like, and you're trying to create this harmony, this love angle. So you're hanging on with the Four of Pentacles, but the Devil, this is obsession, this is codependency, this is fear. Fear that you're not going to get another job or something better, fear that you're not going to find another boyfriend, girlfriend, fear that you're going to be alone, whatever it could be. That is holding you back. If that's not you, then you're dealing with someone toxic, all right? And you're clinging on, holding on, trying to manifest a loving situation with the Queen of Cups. And in the cross, you know your worth and your value. As an Empress, you should walk away, but you're not. So I think what you're doing here in these energies that you don't see coming your way, you're trying to be you. And I think you being you, you're going to be like, they either like it and accept it, or they don't. And I leave. I think maybe some of you are trying to let this play out, even though at the back of your mind you should be making different kind of moves. And that's why you have the Empress in the advice. Interesting. And then Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Empress, please. Clarify the Empress. I forgot the name of this deck. The Versailles something. I wasn't going to buy it, but what interested me in this deck was the fact that this is too many cards, Spirit, but let me see. The thing that interested me is that this deck is exactly what the cards look like when tarot was first invented. When in court, the kings and queens that played with cards, this is what they looked like. So I find it fascinating because this is how, like, oh, Three of Wands. I don't know what they were playing. Go fish, Three of Wands. Who knows? And then they realized that, you know, using these cards, it was showing the future. It's very interesting if you ever look and read into the, you know, history of tarot. So these is what the cards looked like back in the day. So I thought it was really, really interesting. Anyway, like side note, but let's go back to you. The Empress, the Nine of Wands. Is this the nine? Yeah, it is. Nine of Wands. And all these court cards. So these are people. The Queen of Swords, which we had over here in reverse. So we have the Queen of Swords over here in reverse. And in your advice, you have this Queen of Wands upright. This is important. We'll get back to it in a second. The Emperor. Remember I was telling you, you're an Emperor, you're an Aries, you're a pioneer, you're a creator, you come up with ideas. But now it's telling you that you need to execute them. The Emperor and the Empress are the only two unmatched throughout the whole deck. Because Kings and Queens reports the Emperor and the Empress. Sure, a king can, you know, date, an emperor can date a queen or whatever, or a king. Same thing, vice versa with the Empress. She can downgrade, but it's a downgrade, if you get my meaning. But there's so many people at the top. There's only one. There's more options a little lower. Are you catching my meaning right now, Aries? But only the Emperor and the Empress are that power couple, right? But the fact that the Emperor is coming in as a clarifier to the Empress, this is you. This is in fact you, but this is the time for you to bring into this world what you want, your happiness. All right? And then here's the King of Swords and then the Queen of Swords. So there's a potential here to be a match. That's why all these cards came out, and now they make sense to me. Why all these court cards are here. If I match them up, look what they look like. The King and Queen of Swords. This is a very smart couple. This is very intelligent. This is a fair-based, rational thinking, logical thinking type of couple. The point is they think the same. They're vibrating on the same frequency, regardless of your signs. And then these two are a power couple. At the end of the day, this is a couple that can do powerful fucking things together. All right? And then the Nine of Wands. It's a burden, but it's action that needs to be taken, and action that you cannot give up right now, especially if you're dealing with this Queen of Swords person, whoever they are. Maybe they're your boss or colleague or something. But with this person, you can create something very powerful, right? It's just a burden. It's just exhausting. It's just going to take you a lot of work. But moreover, the advice is don't give up, not right now, because there's something there that you can work with. It might not seem like it right now because of the influences of the planets, but it's saying don't give up. Moreover, on whatever this couple situation is, because you could be very powerful set. Hierophant. Maybe it's marriage. Maybe it's commitment. Let's see. Because you have Hierophant here in your outcome. Clarify Hierophant and Justice in reverse, please. The Hangman in reverse. And the Page of Shekels. And the King of Scepters at the bottom. All right. It feels like if this is a marriage or commitment or something like that, it feels like it's gone as far as it can go, right? And it needed to do something. Upgrade, change, move on, because it's just like, that's it. It's not going anywhere. It's like it's become bored. Someone here is bored, or it's become stale. It's become nothing. It's become lifeless for you. And the Hangman in reverse. And you don't want to stay here in this feeling, in this place, in this position, in this situation. You want to get yourself unstuck. You don't want to be at this mid-level. You're ready for the next level of your life. And right now you feel like you're only going to stagnate if you stay here. You're always going to be, Aries, that inquisitive child. Always. You're just the inquisitive child of the zodiac. You're always going to be curious. And because of your curiosity, you learn a lot of things, and quickly and fast. And then when you learn it and you live it, you then become bored and you want the next thing, something that's going to satiate you. So whatever's going on here that seems and feels like it's unfair, that after your hard work and whatever you've put into it, it's not, you're feeling maybe it's not rewarding you now. So you want to get yourself unstuck from this. But maybe there's another way of looking at something here, because in your advice, it's saying, yeah, look at your worth and your value. Maybe you need to speak up and say something to someone, or because it's saying don't give up on something, especially Wands is work related or action oriented. It's taking action. So with it saying that, there's something here where you need to take action to bring into this world the thing that you want to get yourself out of this crazy ass stagnation. All right. And then the King of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, which was also over here in your advice position. So the cards are, with two different decks, they're aligning. All right, universe, angel, spirit guides, with my angels of love. What do you see here? In the extended, those of you who don't know, who are not members, we deep dive on these cards with tarot, and we get more answers very soon. Okay, interesting. Very soon you're going to have to make a decision, because the universe wants you to throw that fish back in the sea, because they like to recycle shit. So if you're not interested, somebody else is. Soulmate at the bottom of the deck. I think in your other reading that I did for you, Aries, you did have soulmate. That card did come out, and we did deep dive on the extended, which you will get members. But let's go over here. Get a card from the Wisdom House and the House of Wisdom. Oh, fuck. The Wisdom House of Night. Jesus Christ, I couldn't say it. And then we're going to do the Enlightenment card from the Ancestors and Angels. These are cards that I use. I like using oracle cards because these are messages from the universe and spirit guides and your ancestors, etc. And they see things that we don't see. They also tell us things that we need to hear. Not what we want to know, what we need to hear. Because that is going to change our direction and our path for our betterment. All right, denial. Why did you get denial? I hope you guys aren't in denial, or someone else. Not everything is in reach, my child. Sometimes I might create distance between what you want and when or how you are meant to receive it. Well, Jesus Christ, I just got done saying that. You will hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear or have. Consider the way for your highest good. You are not meant to achieve what you want right now. Keep the faith. For if you wait and show patience, I will reveal some wondrous things later. I'm pausing. Why? Because this goes back to your advice. Not giving up on someone or something, because you have the power of creating something really great. This is a gentle warning not to get caught up in your desire to reach your goal too soon. You may choose sour fruit that only looks ripe and juicy. In this case, I alone know when the time is ripe. Patience, my child. That is some crazy good-ass advice, I gotta say. I mean, I know you're in that place right now where you're about to jump, and some of you haven't, so this is good news, I suppose, because some great-ass advice if you ask me. Now, Enlightenment portion. We're going to use Angels and Ancestors, and obviously I'm going to work with these with you guys. Once I pull the cards, though, I'm going to pause you because the contents are so stupid hard to use and work with that I have to kind of sit there for 5 minutes looking up the cards. So I'll pause and come back. But first, let's pull the cards. Angels and Ancestors, please, for Aries. So basically, your angels are here for your greatest and highest good. They're here to help and serve humanity. Your ancestors are people like shamans, tarot readers, intuitives, who else they have here? Medicine men, wise ones, warriors. They offered their knowledge, experience, and magic onto us, and it's carried throughout the ages. And then they come back in their own way to help guide and advise us. Aries, please, what do they need to see, hear, know right now? This is way too many. Break it down, 1 or 2, please. Or I'll pick them. I'm going to pick them. Okay. I like scare them. I'm like, I'm going to pick the cards myself, like pulling them out. And then the one flips over. Ooh, interesting. You got Warrior. All right. Let me pause you here for a second while I look it up. Okay, Aries, back to you. Warrior. Warrior is the sacred one. Warrior is the card that I was talking about earlier that's part of the ancestor family, where they've walked this earth and they've learned a thing or two and they've imparted their wisdom upon us to be passed on through generation, and so on. So, let's read for you why you got Warrior. Don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Queen of Wands. Don't settle for second best. The Empress in your advice position. About a warrior is anyone who is ready and willing to know themselves and do what needs to be done in order to get where they need to and where they want to be and do. In the deck, the warrior embodies fierce primal love, the warrior within. The energy you can call on to protect yourself. Even if you don't think you love yourself, if you're exposed to a situation that could be harmful or dangerous, the steps you take to protect yourself are in fact the fierce ones that you love. Sorry, Although the warrior card is surrounded by darkness, he is of the light. The warrior within, made of light, has the capacity to shine even more brightly when facing darkness head on. Here's the extended message in regards to warrior. If you're experiencing fear for the first time, know that this means that whatever's going on is important to you. Whether you feel fear, you are on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling, you know that you're being guided to call upon your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. So this is a gentle warning and a reminder, kind of what we were saying throughout the whole entire reading, that yes, come into your own, be who you are, represent yourself, bring out the old Aries that you know. But now that old Aries is refined because of all the lessons you've learned. Where I was telling you, remember where you were a year ago and look where you are today. Maybe you're frightened to deal with certain situations because it feels like you're about to give up on something or someone or a situation. And it's saying don't, because there's something you can bring, and bring out your inner warrior and face your fears, because we did see the devil, and the devil is something toxic and fearful. These are the things that hold us back in life. These are the things that we don't face until we come again into this situation with another life lesson. And to avoid it, it's here now presenting itself to you to take care of it now. There are gentle ways you can handle this. You bring in that, inner warrior, and you'll make it happen. See, in the other video, which I'm releasing to just the members, I'm going to repeat it here for the enlightenment portion, just for the people who aren't members. I was talking about how there are certain ways you can play out certain situations when you're confronted with people who insult you, or who make rude comments, or who try to get one up on you, right? For example, say you're sitting somewhere and you're with a group of people, or even it's just you two, and this person says something insulting to you, rude, nasty, belittles you, something that makes you feel like shit, right? You calmly turn to them and be like, repeat yourself? And they'll be like, oh, you heard me, or they might not repeat it, or they just might repeat it. And, you just say, I'm sorry, repeat that. And then they'll do whatever they're going to do. Give it a minute. Look them straight in the eye. Was that meant to embarrass me? Was that meant to hurt me? I don't know what you're trying to gain from that. Silence. Just look at them. They'll say something or do nothing or change the subject. I don't know what they're going to do. It doesn't matter, because at this point, you gained control. You got your control back. No one's going to take that shit from you after you put everything into perspective that way. Because if somebody knows that they can press your button and you're going to turn on fire like that, they got you. So that's kind of what it's saying. The warrior finds inner strength. The warrior faces their fears to confront a situation without blowing it up. They come out and they deal with it, but they deal with it with tact and control. And then they will show people that you are not meant to be fucked with. Okay? Bring out that inner wittiness of Aries that you got going on, and you can handle these things. All right, so this is what I have this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped you. I will see you guys next week.